You know what's strange? We talk about boomers, millennials, and Gen Z all the time, but there's one generation that barely gets mentioned. We call them Generation X. Gen X, born between 1965 and 1980. They're your older coworkers who don't complain, your parents who seem a little distant, and their psychology is different. To understand them, go back to childhood. It's 1978. You're 8 years old. You come home to an empty house. No phone, no supervision. You make your own food, do your homework, and wait. Not once, but almost every day. That teaches you something early. You can't rely on anyone always being there, so you become independent, but also guarded, because when parents came home, there were rules and consequences, immediate ones, no discussion. So your brain learns, think ahead, because once something happens, you can't undo it. At the same time, they watched the world change. They were told, work hard and life will work out. But then they saw divorces, layoffs, instability. So they adapted. Not fully optimistic, not fully pessimistic, just realistic. They hope for the best, but expect things to fall apart. And this shows up in ways people don't understand, like privacy. They didn't grow up sharing everything. Mistakes stayed private. So to them, the less people know about you, the safer you are. Even their humor is different. Dry, detached, because they grew up in uncertain times, so they learned to keep emotional distance, just in case. But here's the interesting part. They work quietly, without needing attention, because they started early. Real jobs, real responsibility, so they don't trust systems. They trust their own ability. They're loyal to competence. And here's the paradox. They won't ask for help, but they'll always help you. No noise, no credit, just action, because they know what it feels like to be alone. They respect skill, not titles, because they've seen authority fail, and economically, they've faced instability again and again, so they adapt. Multiple income streams, backup plans, not because it's trendy, because it's necessary. But this independence has a cost. They're strong in crisis, but struggle to depend on others, because asking for help feels like losing control. Even their learning was different. They had to search, wait, and figure things out, so what they learned stayed. And now they see a different world, more sharing, more visibility, and sometimes they feel it's too much, because to them, being visible means being vulnerable. And here's the truth, Gen X might be the last generation that truly understands what it means to be alone with your thoughts, to be bored, to solve problems without instant answers. They're not better, just different. They are the bridge generation, and bridges don't get attention. They just hold everything together, quietly, and maybe that's the most Gen X thing of all, not needing to be noticed. If this made you think differently, follow this channel, because here, we help you understand people.